So we are back in the gym. Don't worry, you know what I mean? We have been humbled, right? We're not gonna go in with the "I'm not a bitch," and even though the groin is strained, go into squatting and try to. We would absolutely fucking tear something, 100% guaranteed. I literally even just tried to do the stretch where I go side to side, and as soon as I went to this side, I was like, oh, like fucking lighting up pain. So the positive thing is that it's not a tear. You know what I mean? We got it checked out and everything, and we know where the injury is as well. Like helping know where it is, or knowing where it is exactly, does help because now I know what to avoid and whatnot and shit like that. So we know where it is, right? That's the positive, and on the positive note, it's not a tear. We didn't absolutely tear something to the point where we need surgery or anything like that. Just a really bad strain, pulled it really bad. So with bed rest, proper care, PT, we'll get back to, where we need to be or where we were and fucking even surpass that. And also the positive, I can still bench. You know what I mean? I can still bench. I can work out one leg, so we're not just having two fucking tiny sticks, just one, which is having one tiny stick is a lot better than having fucking two of them and just being built like a fucking spinning top. You know what I'm saying? So that's the positive. The negatives, I cannot squat at all. You know what I mean? Came in today and I was just gonna do some like casual like box squats, some light squats. It's even too early for that. You know what I mean? I was just stretching, did not feel well, confident enough. So we're gonna try to recover even more. Just really focus on the recovery, then come back and on the secondary squats, just do some super light fucking PT type shit for the leg. But yeah, like we cannot squat, and I like squatting heavy weight. I think we could deadlift some light shit. We'll have to see about that tomorrow, but as it stands, that's an obvious negative. I can't lift heavy the way I would like to. And then also just the negative is just the healing time frame. I mean, we're looking at weeks, before we get back to where we need to, but and then also, obviously, it also comes in the middle of the fucking program. I'm not going to be able to finish out the program and go 3 for 3, which we originally wanted, you know what I mean? But that all ties back to the positive where it's like at least we can still bench and walk away with a bench PR, you know what I mean? So not all is lost, but now we're going to just set up, get warmed up for the bench and at least do the benching part of the program, you know what I mean, and get that done. All right, so we warmed up. Actually, before I get into this, I'm just gonna look at what I have to do because I can't even remember. I just know the weight. It's 330, and I think it's for reps of 7 or 6, but I just want to double check, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, we like, there's a lot of shit we can't do. So with the stuff that we can do, I don't want to fuck that up, you know what I mean? So we're gonna double check and make sure, but this shit is ass, bro. This shit is ass. Like the fucking strained groin, it cuts from here all the way up to like here, like my lower ab, like right in here, bro, in the hip bone, you know what I mean? Like abductor area. So it's like, I can bench, but even when I lay down, it hurts to lay, like even just laying down like that, it hurts right here to get up. I gotta have a homie fucking pull me up out of the bench, but beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? I'm at least glad that we can do one lift of the fucking program and hopefully finish out with the max instead of just like having some type of injury that affects like all the main lifts and we can't do shit except be on bed rest, or even just like if it was worse and it like something required surgery, right? You're not going to even hit chest say with a groin tear after getting surgery, so beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? We are just thankful that by the grace of God, it's not as worse as it could be. feel like a fucking 80-year-old man. But it's good though. That's good. I'm happy with that. You know, moved really well for a first set, and what that does tell us, because I was a little bit skeptical at first, like, who knows, just like with having to use the leg drive and everything, you might not even be able to bench either, but this is working set weight, you know, and we were able to do that perfectly fine. So, looks like we're gonna be able to do what I wanted to do in terms of just like fucking at least being able to do the program the intended way with bench. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the goal from this point forward into the 9 weeks is to really lock in and make sure we at least get, you know, a PR on the bench. And I will take that, right? Still no PR on the deadlift, but that'd be a PR on bench, getting that weight up. And then we have been able to get the squat weight up to the 600 leagues, you know? So then whatever program we do next, we just gotta focus on getting one last lift instead of all three, you know, up to the standard I would like them to be at before my first comp. Dude, the fucking worst part about this is not even the fact that like we can't squat and deadlift the way we want to, because it's kind of a, you know, like I can live with that. Like I can still, just with where the injury is, do like quad movements and hamstring movements, just like no sus machine and shit, so our legs shouldn't shrink down too much. But it's just like, it's gonna be fucking getting back into lifting heavy, you know? Like when you have an injury like that, that's painful, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's just always gonna be in your head, or for a long ass time, always gonna be in your fucking head when you first do the lift. I dealt with this with my back, right? When I, like, not as bad as an injury, and even still, like while it wasn't worse than this, it still created a mental block for me. Every single time I deadlifted, I was really scared to push myself and actually go heavy, go for PRs, because it's just like, as soon as I felt tension in my back, you know, wherever, you know, it's just gonna happen when you're lifting heavy, I instantly would put it down and be like, nah, I'm gonna injure myself again. So that's gonna be a fucking bitch, bro. Just like getting back into squatting and shit, and then just like getting over that mental hurdle of just like really being able to push myself and trust and believe that we can take care of ourselves in a way where we're not gonna let it happen again. But it's still like in your head, like if I go heavy, the same thing might happen, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be ass, but that's a worry for another day, you know what I mean? We have quite a while before we can even go back to heavy lifting for the squat and deadlift, so no need to panic about that now. Let's just focus on fucking bench and getting at least something, one thing out of this program. Yeah, that mental block is real, bro. I already feel it. Just like, I know, I've been getting familiar with the injury, so I know what I can and can't do. And I can 100% leg drive on bench with my feet pointed the right way, but I'm even scared to do that because I like feel like if I fucking leg drive too much, it's gonna fuck it up, even though I know it's not. But not necessarily a bad thing, because then we could just use little things like that to overcome the mental block before we even get back into the heavy lifting. So trust in God. It sucks now, but this was supposed to happen. You can let bad shit in your life define you, or you can figure out why it's happening, learn from it, become even better, stronger. 2 more sets. That's good, man. Really good bench session, you know. Um, one thing I did learn today is with a leg drive, we do have to be careful. I was saying like, oh, you know, feel my way around this injury. I've learned that if I point my toes, no, there are plenty of times where I kind of drove a little bit hard with the leg and I could feel it in my shit, you know, kind of fucking up a little bit. So, but that's like such a minor thing. Like I felt it so little bit that like by the end of this week, we should at least be back to like actually using the leg drive for the bench. But, and when that happens, I am 100% confident you'll walk away with a PR on bench. Like my bench, even today, bro, just being uncomfortable while lying down, being tight, not really being able to use as much leg drive as we could. It felt really fucking good, bro. Just like, I'm so fucking glad that coach pointed out just setting up better and whatnot, because my bench feels fucking phenomenal. I said it last week, bro. Bench is really clicking. So that's good. That makes me happy during such a dark time of despair when not being able to do the squat and the deadlift, because like I at least know we're gonna be able to like I firmly believe we're gonna be able to get a bench PR, so it's not like the whole program is going to waste, right? Like it still sucks either way, because I put in work not only on the bench, but for the squat and the deadlift, and I don't get to finish it and reap the seeds that I you know, planted to hit the PRs and the deadlift and the squat, you know, but I at least get to reap that seed of the bench seed, if you will. You know, we planted it and it's gonna sprout. It's gonna grow to be not even a flower, an amazing fucking Jungle Book type colossal height of a fucking tree. And it's gonna be juicy. And it's good to at least walk away with that. Then having a tear to the point where we need to get surgery and not even being able to bench or go to the gym at all. Silver linings, guys. If you just start looking at stuff like it's all bleak, it's all grim, it's all dark, your suffering is gonna be a lot more than you know, than suffering. But those silver linings, you know, just being like, oh, it sucks, but you know, we have this and that, makes it better. But tomorrow, we have more bench, as the program calls for. And as I said, we might be able to do the deadlift, just the bar. If we pull conventional, we might still be able to do that. We'll try that out tomorrow.